Recording.
What it is, folks, how y'all do it? I go by the name of TMS Lou, and if you didn't know, now you know. This dude right here, DJFresh.com. Listen, don't forget the .com.
Because he said so.
Alright? My lady right here, this is Cappuccino.
What up?
And behind this pure digital that we got recorded, he goes by the name of Oso. In case you didn't know so.
But now you know so.
Alright, so what it is, folks, we at Waffle House right now, you know, after the Guaranteed Fresh wrap up.
Yep.
And we was talking, and Terry motherfucking Lou here comes up with, have you ever seen Kings of New York? And I was like, hell no. So
Negative.
then she was talking about how she was saying a quote and about, you know what I'm saying, to the homeboy Oso, and everybody was like, what the? Alright, so he had to get his Google on. Well, motherfucker, I'll let Oso tell the story. Go ahead.
So like this is how it went down, right? So like T-Lou stopped me in the mall while I'm in my 80 trying to work on the 20. You understand? American Gangster. Look that up. So we like, yo, I need to know this name of this movie. It goes, some part in the line goes something like, you sell a nickel bag on the corner, I want in. Some, I want in. I'm scratching my brain and I'm like, IDK. So, since everybody consider me like the KGB of local area, you know, I know a lot of shit going on.
They should cut him a check.
I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. So, next resource, Google. Whatever. And like a whole 10,000 things come up. Because everything associated with nickel, bag, blah, 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 whatever. So I go and have to filter that shit out. And then I come up with, what's the name of the shit again?
It's called Kings of New York.
Kings of New York. So I go and I feel like, okay, yeah, this is what she's talking about. I sent her a text on her Sprextel. She replied back 30 minutes later. Oh, I just got it. Whatever. So she brings up the point of it's a classic. So tonight you ask the question, what makes a classic a classic? That's what brings us to our topic of discussion tonight.
Right.
And from that point, we had to break it down like this.
So this is what's going on right now, Tri-City area. What makes a classic a classic? So me, I feel, whether if it's a movie, a classic album, it's going to be something about that connects to you. So as soon as somebody say a quote from an album, movie, whatever, it's going to automatically just click in your brain. You know what I'm saying? So after that, also was like, well, who ever seen ATL? Everybody raise their hand. It's a classic.
I don't know why. What's the difference between Kings of New York and ATL?
Kings of New York, for whatever reason.
No play.
Exactly.
It's a good movie, though.
It's not on BET every week.
Cappuccino know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they went to the Red Box together. They got it from the Red Box.
So she asked me, is Crooklyn a classic? And I was like, hell yeah, everybody know that shit. Everybody remember the P's. You know what I'm saying?
No, because look, what he was saying, it's like depending on where you are, like because we in Georgia, whatever, you know, Atlanta, ATL is a classic for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
and maybe up north is Kings of New York. But I was like, but you know what Crooklyn is, right?
But then
Of
I'm
course.
talking
Because it's a classic. So
It's just all about how it was just put out there. Just like, all right, have you ever seen She Hate Me by Spike Lee?
maybe.
As you notice the camera movement, that was a...
But I was like Oso said nudie. That like took me back to classic. Like
It's automatic.
Like everybody know what Nunu is. Everybody. Take that in New York. IDK.
I'm saying, but that's just what it is, though. It's just, if you got a classic, you just got it.
It's
a
something that
classic.
people relate to, I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Everybody.
okay, substance. I was just gonna say, how do you make a classic, and then like people need to know how to make classics and not like a right now joint. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what people need to know.
See, y'all already know y'all. I know y'all expect me to go in right now, because that's usually what I do about this time when I'm holding this camera on this time. So like, I'm gonna give them a couple more minutes and I'm gonna come back to y'all.
Yeah, so this is what it is, though. Really, actually, to answer that question, you have to actually make something in it now to be a classic, because you don't know it's going to be a classic. Only thing you do is just hope, basically.
Yeah.
I'm saying, because you got to think. I'm going to go back to JD on this one, because he was talking about how it need to be like weight categories when it comes to rapping. So JD was just like, yo, if you don't come in if you not on either Lil Wayne level or better, you're not gonna get it. Cause he's like, it's like Lil Wayne is the bar right now. If you're trying to come into the rap game, like, cause me personally, I get so much trash from music everywhere. As a DJ, that's what it is. So if you don't reach that bar, then what is it? Cause he took this business. The guys that made Stankley, everybody do this dance, everybody jam that song.
Yeah.
But
From here to the Bahamas, I seen it in the Bahamas. 40-year-old lady, middle of the street, stanky legging.
all right, now can anybody tell me any of the guys' name that's in that group?
No,
Are they gonna be here next year?
maybe not. Listen, they
Chances
thought
are.
Soulja Boy wasn't gonna be here next year. That nigga's still riding.
Okay, he's got about one more.
I'm not gonna, cause he do it for the kids. I ain't gonna front. But all right, but the reason we saying this is because you got to think about that artist development and what, you know what I'm saying, what's that longevity hitting on. So they came up with, if you're a super heavyweight, if you got 2 classic albums or better, cause you got to think when Biggie came in the game, he got 2 classic albums. 2 classic albums, which was his first 2 albums. So he came in the game hitting.
Swinging.
Like he reached the bar. He like regardless of anybody who was out at that time,
He killed them.
he came in and was like, yo, he was among the lead. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is, man. You gotta do it for the now and just hope it be a classic later. That's it. I mean, everybody knows classic stuff. When we
Yeah.
talk about Love Jones, Brown Sugar, you know these things, man. Minister Society, Boys in the Hood, classic stuff.
Yeah.
Classic material. Poetic Justice,
But it's
Classic.
It's substance.
yeah.
It's all got substance.
Is you going to relate to anything that's a classic to you? Please understand that.
It's
And
not
see,
for the
now it's my time. Cause see, I'm not finna go in like y'all thinking me I'm finna go in. Cause in real talk, that's exactly what it breaks down to. Classic makes for things that are relatable and shit that your lineage and people down the line can go back. You know what? My folks knew about that. They talked about that shit. That's what made it a classic. Al Green.
There it
Shit.
is.
Who ain't talking about Al Green? Still to this day.
To this day, I played it in the club Saturday.
Boy, I cut them lights off
Turn them
a
on.
week ago.
Yeah, yeah.
What you play Saturday?
Al Green, Lenny Williams,
Lenny
Cause I Love
Williams.
You.
Exactly.
We had a
It's-
throwback bash.
It's
in case
like the shit that just like, you know what? I know 10 years later, this shit's still gonna be that
real
shit.
talk.
Hey.
Purple Rain.
Okay, I got a
It's
question.
sort of like trends.
See how she just lit up?
It's like
Purple Rain.
it's like trends in fashion. You got folks that's now all of a sudden wearing the leggings, well they were a few months ago. They still wearing like this shit, the new hot shit. Shit's getting old. Leggings shit was the hot shit
Back when
years
I
and
was
years
like
and years
six.
ago.
I was 6.
Whatever.
I'm just saying.
Hot pants, the parachute pants, whatever. Parachute pants, they thought that shit was gonna be a classic. Yeah,
No,
the laughter
right,
answers
right.
all that. Fuck all that shit. Fedoras, rims, fitted cats. Fitted's gonna be a classic.
Classic. New
The
era,
shit
period.
that, exactly. Shit that's just not just regional, the shit that touch everybody worldwide.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Michael
Enough said.
Period.
Everywhere. Enough said. Done.
Michael
deal.
Jordan sneakers.
Classics.
Exactly.
They keep coming out with
That's
them.
it.
Patent
You gotta
leather,
re-release
number
it.
13. She know it. The white ones with the blue bottoms. Done dollar.
Telling you.
See, that's just what it is. So they try to relate it to music. And we had a little discussion about you got local artists and then you got people that's like classic.
Okay, listen, Bo. I got a question. What song you think now is a classic? Like, what song you
That's
think?
in the new classic
Yeah.
now.
That's out on the radio right now.
Oh well, you know, like give me like a year span or something that you think is gonna be like a classic. Like people gonna be like,
That's Blueprint 3 album that's about to come out.
right? For sure.
already a
That I know this. That's a classic.
Like,
Hands
the
down.
whole-
Like
Fuck that, I'm taking the hat off now.
like I'm ready for that. But no, like not Jay-Z. Give me somebody that you like. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be. This is gonna be a classic. Like this goes hard and this is gonna last.
It's a given. Drake.
Drake.
Every
All
girl.
right.
That shit's gonna be a classic. That shit had one hot preview on MTV Jams and the shit just took off.
Yeah.
Like flooded.
Yeah.
Everyone, oh that's that shit. It got this, it got that, it got this person, that person, blah 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 blah. And all them people got,
You got 40
substance.
seconds.
They gonna make it a classic.
My husband. Fab.
Oh, fabulous. I'm like, what? Your husband what? Like fabulous.
Fab got some hot shit. That's my boy FABO. You know what it is. Also.
But anyway, y'all.
Okay, so when you put breathe on right now, what happens?
We got 5
See,
seconds.
exactly.
Y'all better
Breathe.
say holla back.
So,
Deuces.